popular TikTok trend has a woman responding to the question, would you rather be stuck in a forest with a man or a bear?
I've
Yes,
seen
I've
this.
seen this.
I don't know why I've
Did
seen
you know
this.
this was like a thing?
Yes, but I saw a short about it being a thing.
I want to know, before we get too far into this conversation, why is the question not to women, would you rather be stuck in a forest with a man or a bear or a woman? Because everybody would choose women. Why?
I don't know. I think I would choose women, and I'm not sure why. I would be less afraid of them attacking me than
Why?
a bear. I don't think women attack people as much as bears in the woods.
No, just very passively.
Yeah, it's all
I'm
all mental
I'm
games.
laughing at all the men like bear. Definitely the bear.
Yeah, it'd be other dudes.
You mean it would just be her and me alone? She couldn't nag anybody else?
Ooh.
Death by
point.
bear. It's like a 1,000 cut situation.
Yeah, you know what? Maybe I would switch to bear because they could catch more salmon than a woman.
And hand them right over to you.
Yeah.
Because that's why they catch them.
They catch them as gifts.
Isn't that what the government's trying to sell you in taxes?
Yeah.
Here, we'll do this for you. Come closer.
Yeah. Come on, here. I'm just catching this for you.
You need to be within a paw's reach when I catch the salmon for you. The question is, would you rather be stuck in a forest with a man or a bear? Many women say immediately that they have to choose between the two. They'd prefer to be stuck with a bear. How do you feel about that, men? And Ryan? Sorry.
Would you rather? Yeah, it was.
I'm sorry.
I should have known. I should have been ready for that because it was so
I
obvious.
didn't even mean it.
Yeah.
But it was too hard not to say out loud.
But here, switch the question. Would you rather be stuck in the woods with a bear, a man, or the way that I walk, like me? Yeah,
A woman? I'm still choosing the woman. Hey, Brian, there's nothing wrong with it.
Look, if I walk up with my sachet Shante
To the bear? Who's
No.
like, come here, I've got some salmon for
to
you,
you in
honey.
the woods, are you immediately choosing me or the bear? That's the question. Because you know I'm not a threat.
It wasn't until this moment that I realized this really is a hard question.
This is a stupid question because isn't it all about how men are toxic and they're going to
Many
hurt
women
you?
say immediately if they had to choose between the two, they'd prefer to be stuck with a bear. The trend began on April 10th with a TikTok video, which is why I'm just getting to it and finding out on May 6th that it was a beginning on TikTok. In the 29-second video, only one of the 8 women who are asked the question replied that they would rather be stuck with a man in the woods. All of the rest opted for bear. Men are scary, said one woman.
It's so stupid. It makes me so mad when these things go viral. And I wonder if they're, selectively keeping out people who would have chosen man, like, I'm just gonna pick the bear people.
It's a TikTok trend.
Yes.
They're not keeping anybody out.
I'm gonna throw a wrinkle in this as well. If the question really were to me, would I rather be stuck in a forest with a man, a bear, or a woman? I'm picking the man.
Yeah. Because of
It's
fighting off bears.
It's the only one that's going to be able to protect me more than I can protect myself. I'm strong. I'm resourceful. I'm smart enough. Gosh darn it. Some people like me, not everybody. But I'm not going to be in a position where there's another woman out there that I'm going to feel is going to serve as my protector. The bear wants you dead. Either wants nothing to do with you, or if you come across a conflicting situation where the bear does acknowledge your existence, you're bear toast. You are butter on for them that afternoon. You're toast. That's just the way it's going to be. The only entity, if it were a man and a woman and a bear, that makes me more likely to come out of this scenario safe is a man. I don't think this is a hard question. And if your entire experience in life has led you to a point as a grown woman where you think that a bear is less frightening than a man, then you've never been around a real man. Simple. The idea of what a man is and what man, when I envision being lost in the woods and needing a man to be my protector or to be my companion or to be the thing that isn't going to kill and eat me. The idea of being stuck in the woods with any of those entities, the man is the only one that, to me, gives me the best opportunity to have a more protected survival. Simple. That doesn't mean that every man that it might be is going to provide that for me. It doesn't mean that every woman wouldn't provide resourcefulness or, help in order to try to get from point A to point B, where surviving is at point B. I know what the bear gets me. And if you have only ever experienced men in a sub-bear carnal kind of way, I am so sorry that your experience has been so piss poor, but you've never met a man. That's my take.
I would pick a woman as long as she had done roller derby or worked construction. And as long as she did not have a picnic basket, because that would attract the bears. Now,
is that a Yogi Bear thing?
Yes. Yeah.
Sort of.
Yeah, it wasn't great.
I was searching everything I know about roller derby and construction workers, and like, I don't
No, they
think
didn't
that's
connect to
from
that. No, they didn't connect to that. But
Brian only talks like that when he's sashaying too. It's such a weird combo.
Yeah. Whenever I walk around the office and people are like, woo, I'm getting catcalled, and then I start talking like Yogi Bear, people retract it immediately. Hey, your boss.
That's why they're repelled.
Yeah, that's right.
You had them until the Yogi Bear.
Yeah. Did you hear about the new fridge with all the drinks in it?
Do you really think that there are this many women out there having that sort of experience with men? Or
On
do you
TikTok,
think,
yes.
Or do you think that they're having something poured into their head that says most men are like that?
I think that sometimes okay, let me say this very carefully. When you take an approach to the world that something is true, I'm trying to take this because people are going to hear this and think I'm saying that there's like an asking for it type of, and I'm predicating all of this with an absolutely not. Give me a break. But if you approach every man that you meet with the mental understanding that men are subhuman people only out there to sexually assault you, attack you, and leave you for death, all I'm saying is that the men that you come into contact with are going to sense that that's how you feel about them. Everybody gets a vibe about somebody. Then you're probably not going to have the most positive experiences with men. And also, it is not a conservative ideal to degrade men the way it is really almost at the apex of postmodern progressive liberal feminism, that you need to understand there is a hierarchy here and men have been kicked to the very bottom. And it is your duty as a postmodern feminist to make sure you stomp them down every chance you get, just to remind them, because they've been on the top for a long time. They need to be reminded. If they even start to look up, you got to press them right back down, remind them where they belong. This is just an exercise in that. And it gets a lot of people talking. So it does become kind of a self-fulfilling prophecy. But I do believe that there are people who have been mistreated by bad males that don't understand the goodness and the greatness that exists when you're being treated the way a man should treat a woman. And if you don't know that, I do have an actual honest sadness that people haven't experienced the goodness that is. But it does start to be this kind of self-fulfilling thing where it's like, you wake up in the morning and you think Donald Trump is the worst person. You listen to his speech. He says something you don't like and you're like, see, I told you. And you go to bed comfortable that night to get up and do it again the next morning. Same thing with these feminists that don't understand the goodness that comes with men.
And I think there's women out there searching for the type of man that you are describing, the good kind of man. And men in general have been getting hammered so hard by that movement that you were talking about that makes it their sole purpose to just drive them down, that men are shutting down and withdrawing. And now those women that are out there looking for good men are going, where are all the men? Where are the good guys?
And they're less masculine.
Yeah,
men have chosen to be less masculine.
Frustrated by this. And it's just an all-around self-fulfilling prophecy.
Don't. Also, they didn't interview, as far as I know, one woman who'd ever been mauled by a bear. So I think that would change the results.
Can we go to Sally here, who lost her life to a bear? No, because she's dead.
No, yeah, that's right. Most of them are not going to be able to answer that question. Plus, if they see me walking up, they're going to be like, dang, that dude is masculine. And they're going to be like, I can't answer the question with that guy
And
around.
a bear.
Because
He's
clearly,
asking about a picnic basket.
you know what they need to do? Have somebody like me ask the questions and then have a bear ask the questions and see if that affects the results. I'm about the science.
Can we get our hands on a bear costume? I just need to know.
Probably.
Is Johnny
If they
Bravo-
find out a masculine man is inside the bear costume, though, the results are going to be all over the place. It's going to skew it all over. I wouldn't trust that poll,
What if
Annie.
it's a masculine woman?
Well, then they're going to have to consider that in the thing too,
This
because
would be-
there's too many variables in this.
This would
this
be a
scientific
great
study.
man on the street video.
It's Ryan Wiggins and a bear. What would you rather be with? You don't want to do that.
And I'm dressed like Bugs Bunny when he's dressing like a girl.
Well, I got a moose
Bat in
costume
my
in the
eyes.
drawer in there right now. It's pretty close. We're on a low budget. Get Thomas Helbig back in here and see if he'll sponsor that. I don't know how to tie it into retirement, but I'm willing to try.
Yeah, let's do
I
that.
love how you're talking about decaying masculinity today.
The whole thread of the show has been me walking with like super curvy hips. And I'm like, let's talk about masculinity for a second now.
It's a damn shame.
It's damn shame. It's damn shame. Damn it.
Yeah, it's time for the
Am I going to
music.
get in trouble? I don't know.
Maybe
Never
with
tried
your,
that one
your
before.
wife.
Yeah.
That's enough of that.
Yeah.
Maybe. We'll see. We want to know from you. I should have made that the poll question. Maybe it'll be the poll question tomorrow. Would you rather be stuck in a forest with a man or a bear? My takeaway here is a man every day. If those are all the options, I want a man to help me through, and I would absolutely rely on the man for the man things that men do. It could depend on the man, though.
Would you rely on me for your man things? That's tomorrow's question.
Is Ryan a man? We'll be right back.